Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Sake Drinker and Friends. We're streaming live from Morimoto, Napa, Momo-san, and we have a couple of very important and exciting guests today. We have Tout-san, Tout-Eng, who's a repeat guest. You might recognize him for prior shows. And today we have the honor of having Takeda-san from Takeda Shuzo. He's visiting. He's going to show us a few exciting sakes from their portfolio, and they can make it all the way. That's why we did a last-minute show with not a lot of warning, but we're thrilled to have you. And welcome. But shall we go ahead and taste?
And the name Katafune means a lagoon boat. And it basically means or it comes from the history of that region. It's coastal again, and there's a lot of these lagoons where the boats would come and stop off in this region, and they would have sort of come by, and that's where the name Katafune comes from.
Oh, cheers to that.
Cheers, kanpai.
Cheers, kanpai. Kanpai. This is delicious. I don't know if everybody agrees in the audience, but this is very tasty.
One thing about this sake is it's very versatile, I would say. It's great at multiple temperatures. I love it at like kind of a room temperature. Mm-hmm. You know, you get a lot of good flavors coming out of it, and you get that nice balance. You can really taste that, but this sake really transforms when it's heated up. When it's nurukan or even a little bit
I was just going to say, yeah, because the temperature is right now, it's just perfectly room temperature, and it expresses well. It's hard to, sometimes sake doesn't really relay the same way when it's a different temperature.
Exactly.
But this is the true test.
I think is a nice sake to serve at many different temperatures. So
very well balanced, really tasty.
Yeah.
We have some hamachi tacos to taste with the sake, and I'd say we go ahead if you would love to, and I'll hand this one to the audience too, so you can try it as well with us.
Nice.
And enjoy and see how the pairing relays.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Itadakimasu.
And just to give you a heads up, this one has a little yuzu koshu. It's a hamachi sashimi marinated. It's a little guacamole, microsun. So it has a burst of flavors. And similar to what the sake is, it has all those layerings, I think, that hopefully stands up to it.
Yeah.
And without further ado.
Yeah, it's got a nice refreshing quality and good acidity to match with the fish.
Totally. And one of my biggest things to prove the world is that you can do sake with anything. You can do sake with guacamole, with the lime, with the koshu, ingredients that are not only native to Japan. 2 nights ago I was doing barbecue at home, and I did a smoky barbecue with the barbecue sauce, with the tangy barbecue sauce, with a kubota sake. And it was just a match made in heaven. It was really exciting because you got the smoky layers. So it's fun to grab a bottle of sake, bring it home, and whatever the occasion is, whether you're cooking a Thanksgiving meal or a summer barbecue, it's going to do amazing.
Yeah, it's very versatile. And this sake is incredibly versatile, good with a lot of different foods.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would people would be able to find this one at the store at any point soon?
So I don't know about retail. I mean, True Sake, it's available at True Sake, but I don't know other retail locations. Another place that serves this one is Liho Liho Yacht Club.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But right now it's pretty limited, availability. But that's why I wanted to show it and to get
absolutely.
it out to a lot of restaurants, and also just to prove that Niigata sake is more than just these big brands that are kind of like light and dry style. There's a lot of variety within Niigata, and some of the brewers that are kind of on the smaller side that are really like traditional craftspeople. They're doing some amazing stuff that's maybe outside of what people would think of.
Absolutely,
when they think
it's
of Niigata
such a
sake.
versatile area, right, for producing sake.
Yeah,
oh, it's delicious. Shall we try the next one?
Yes.
And this one you said is ginjo?
Junmai ginjo.
Junmai ginjo.
So pure rice, as opposed to the other one, which had a little bit of added alcohol. This one is a pure rice sake. Their daiginjo sake is all Yamada Ishiki. But again, I think the one thing about Takeda-san sake is that the flavor of the rice really comes out. It's not necessarily about an exotic yeast
Yeah.
or a kind of a tropical fruit aroma that might come out. That's not what you get with his sakes. His sakes are more about sort of the flavor of rice and the sort of qualities, the sweet qualities of the rice that come out.
This is really pretty, and you can feel a little more refined, more sophisticated palate into it. At least to me, the first one is more rough, more round and richer.
Yeah, it's
more
a little
of
more full body, basically.
Totally.
Whereas this one's maybe a little bit, cleaner, a little bit more elegant, and a little higher acidity also too. So maybe with fish that's a little bit oilier, or maybe meat dishes, this is maybe a better choice because the acidity comes out and it's a little bit higher acidity. I think it's a 1.8 acidity on this, so you really get more kind of bright acidity and kind of pairs nicely with those kind of meat dishes.
Maybe I'm crazy, but I get some like fennel dust kind of quality to it, a little more
Like that
candied in
kind
a
of
way.
herbal kind of note to it.
Totally, little touch of lavender or whatnot. What yeast do you use for this one?
So yeast is house yeast for his brewery.
Naturally occurring?
So he propagates every year the yeast in the brewery. So it's kind of a house yeast that they use.
That's amazing. Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference apart from other breweries that use yeast number 9 or other more traditional.
Well,
common.
I think more nowadays too, a lot of sake breweries are going towards yeast strains which give a lot more like that apple or strawberry kind of aromas, very fruity aromas, and that's pretty and it wins competitions, but I think that it's not what Takeda-san's trying to do.
No, absolutely.
No, it's trying to do more sake, which you get the quality of the rice and a kind of a consistent quality from his sakes, which is not necessarily the fashion thing. It's more, this is what he always does. And kind of like
and it's been done like that for generations.
Exactly.
That's definitely something to applaud rather than following trends.
Yes, exactly.
Sticking to what you do.
Yeah.
And it pays off at the end. Totally. Wow, very pretty. Shall we move on to the next one?
Absolutely. So I have a little bit of his Junmai Nigori, and Nigori sake is cloudy sake again. This is roughly filtered, but again, you really get a nice kind of quality of the rice coming through in this.
See the thickness
and
on
it's
it.
a little bit more.
Wow, this is very tropical. It's more like
more fruit
papaya and melon.
And there's this is a -10 for Nihon Shudo, so it is a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
The other sakes, kind of interestingly, I think, their Nihon Shudo sake meter value was -4 and -2.
Yeah.
And if you know about that Nihon Shudo, of course, that would indicate to you that maybe this is a sweet sake, but those sakes don't really play as being sweet. They're more, well balanced.
It just adds a little texture to it.
They're not totally dry, but this one is, I'd say, a touch more on the sweet side, although it's not as sweet as a lot of nigori that you'll see out there. And one thing I love about this is the texture or the body on this sake really is what carries it. I think it's got a nice, well balanced but like full body kind of flavor. It's got a richness.
Very full. And for everybody that's watching, SMB or the Nihon Shudo, it refers to the sake meter value, which basically easier to remember. Higher is drier. So if you go +10, it'd be a really dry sake. And this one being a -10. But again, it does not taste cloying or super sweet. It just has a really nice balance that counteracts with the body of the sake.
Yeah.
Really, really, really pretty.
Yeah, but again, like, I think that a lot of nigori really vary. They run the gamut from very light to like much heavier than this. But this has that sort of richness or body that I think a nigori lover will like.
Absolutely.
It's not like a super light nigori. It definitely feels like you're drinking nigori.
Yeah.
It's got, but still there's balance to it. There's a refreshing quality to it. This is great with spicy foods. I find that this with some spicier foods, or like that spicy tobiko, or like jalapeno, Thai food maybe.
Yes.
This is a really great sake to go with those kind of spicier cuisines.
Well, personally, I drink nigori in occasion when it's available, when it's at the table, but I don't usually order it because to me sometimes it leaves you drink it, you're like, oh yeah, I'm fine, I'll move on. But this one, it keeps you wanting to drink a little more and more and more. I don't know if it's because of the acidity. I don't know what you guys think over there, but I think it has some really fun quality to it. And again, it's not like dessert like it's got a
really dry
fun
finish
quality
to it.
Yeah, it's exciting for everybody out there experimenting with sake for the first time or trying to get into it. And nigori is always a great gateway. And again, the U.S. is the biggest consumer of nigori in the world, even more than Japan.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in America do enter the world of premium sake through nigori. They've tried this kind of nigori sake before, and they're like, oh, well, what else, is there? And that's what I love seeing is, people trying something a little bit different. And then, if they try something like this, or if they try, even a domestic nigori, they might wonder, okay, well, how is that different? Why is this so different from what I've had before, which for most people is like house hot sake, that's
totally
what a lot of people
it's your comfort zone, or what you went to the mom and pop sushi place.
Exactly. But this kind of thing starts to bring them out of that a little bit, and hopefully makes them explore other things, or that if they just enjoy this, they can keep enjoying this, and it goes great with like I said, like kind of spicier foods or rolls that you might find in sort of California sushi bars. That's great.
Would this one be available in 300 and 1.8, the Tobin, or just 720?
Just 720, and sort of very limited quantity, and isn't yet available in the U.S.
Okay.
The first two, the Junmai Ginjo and Tokubetsu Honjozo, are available, but I brought this back from Japan so that we could enjoy it and
thank you.
Taste it with
it's such a treat. I think whenever the first shipment comes, count all restaurants in already.
Thank you
for supporting it, because this would be a great round list or list across the country.
Thank you.
Very pretty. Wow.
So we have one more sake that Takeda-san brought, and it's a wonderful Daiginjo sake. Maybe we get some fresh wine glasses here.
Yeah, let's go a little more traditional. Let's do some.
Okay.
Glass. That is a great presentation.
I know, isn't that beautiful? Love it.
Wow. Very cool. Wow. That is totally this is what I want for Christmas every year. Nothing short. It's gonna feel like and then you do one of these. Oh, beautiful. It's nice and easy. And this is a Junmai Daiginjo?
This is Daiginjo.
Daiginjo. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Yeah. So for everybody that's watching and trying to learn about sake, Daiginjo, when you omit the Junmai, means there's brewer's alcohol added, which makes it drier, sharp, more elegant. And again, they water down at the end, so that it's not a higher proof. So never be scared of a honjozo or a brewer's alcohol added. Mm-hmm. And if you don't mind, I'll read some here.
And this is milled to 45%, and Daiginjo from Yamada Nishiki rice.
Kanpai. Thanks for sharing. This is very special.
Thank you.
Cheers, everybody out there.
Thank you.
Really pretty. So how do you make this one different than the other ones?
So first, the rice that they start off with is Yamada Nishiki from Hyogo Prefecture. So it's not Niigata rice. And then the polishing rate is 45%. So unlike a lot of Daiginjo sakes now, where they might be trying to go lower and lower for the milling rate, his is not quite so much. He's trying to again bring out more flavors or qualities out of the rice. So he doesn't believe in maybe milling too much, but it is 45%. So it's fair. It's clean. It's very Daiginjo like qualities to it. But again, I think you get more flavor of rice out of here as well, and it's got more fruit qualities for sure. Again, I think that's really coming from the Yamada Nishiki rice. You get that kind of fruity aspect.
I'm sorry, I'm out of words. This is way too delicious. Just mouth watering. This is very tasty. Wow, I haven't encountered a sake like this before, because it retains the acid, the richness, the vibrancy in the palate. It's really pretty, and it's very dry.
Yeah,
which
this
I'm a
one
big
is
fan
more
of.
dry than, it's not super dry. You know, it's like you get a lot of sakes that might be +5 to +10, but this one's only +2, so
really.
you know, it's a little bit more kind of round, and it's got all the different components, and it's a well-balanced sake.
Absolutely.
That's kind of the
And
thing with this.
how are we looking in terms of availability in the U.S. for this?
So this one is similar to the Digori,
Digori sake.
maybe a couple months away.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. So still in process of, you know, being exported.
Absolutely.
But
Wow.
you know, obviously, I think that it's a beautiful sake. Takeda-san makes some amazing sakes that.
No, absolutely. Something to
people,
be
I think-
really proud of. This is.
Thank you.
This is
Yeah.
very good. The whole range is really, really pretty. And then the bottling, I really appreciate the
Oh my gosh.
differentiation. That's.
Yeah, exactly. Packaging is.
Now,
incredible.
what does this one mean per se?
So this is katafune,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and then this one's daginjo.
Nice.
So, but katafune again means lagoon boat, and it's you know, just from that region. And you know, I think that's what's great is that they really, I think, express interesting qualities or you know what is special about that region. And I really love that about sake is that you know you can kind of like imagine what that region is like and what the rice is like and maybe what the people are like from that region, and that's what really comes through with these sakes.
Absolutely.
Is, you know, in the glass you can imagine.
It really transports, and when a beverage can do that and take you somewhere for typicity, for terroir, if you will, and just close your eyes and pretend you're there, I think that's when the beverage has done
That's
its job.
special.
It's a vacation on its own, just by
Yes.
tasting it. Are these all with the same yeast, or do they change yeast?
I think they're all from the same house yeast. Kobo wa onaji.
同じです
Onaji desu.
Same
Oh,
one.
Same one. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing what it can do and transform with
Yeah.
with all the
'Cause
other factors.
again, I think a lot of breweries really try to, you know, use maybe yeast that would be more aromatic or try to maybe win competitions, you
Yes.
know? And I don't think that's really what his goal is, you know? His goal is to kind of consistently make sake that expresses the region and that, you know, he loves, so.
Let me ask you one more technical question. The method of extraction, is it all fune?
Pressing.
プラスなんだ袋釣り
Okay.
袋釣りプラスヤブタ両方
Oh, okay. So yabuta and squeeze drip.
Shizuku?
Yeah.
両方入ってる
Nice. So, and the shizuku on this one? So drip?
Drip. This second, correct? Drip.
雫両方両方
Okay.
ブレ
Yeah.
ンブレン
Blend. Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
blend.
So you get, and that's how you achieve all the layering and texture. And oh, that's exciting. Very, very fun sakes.
Thank you.
Do look for them when you come across either at a restaurant
Yeah.
or retail. Hopefully by the end of the year.
Yeah. Hopefully, I can bring them back to you when they're
Absolutely. I am very
Officially.
thrilled. This is quite an experience to make the trip to try all this amazing sake. Well, without further ado, I mean, I'd like to really thank everybody for joining us today. Thank you, Takeda-san. It is such an honor to have you in town and share the passion and the history behind all your sake. I am the biggest fan of Niigata sake, and this just really expands my passion for him. This is exciting. Thank you, Todd, for making this happen, and
you're
please keep us all posted. I'd like to raise our glass one more time for the San Francisco Giants, who are going to win tonight.
Yes. All right.
Cheers.
Kanpai.
Giants.
Go Giants.
Please keep in tune. Check out ToutSuite.com for upcoming events, the Napa Valley Film Festival and such. And thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for watching. And kanpai.
乾杯ありがとう
It is.
Thank you ありがとう
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.